What's going on, guys? So welcome to another video. In this one I'm going to be installing a drain tap for the Grainfather G40. It doesn't come with a drain tap, but I'm told that it is going to be the same as the G70 drain tap. Now for me that won't fit my purpose because, as some of you might know, I've got this water outlet system. So what I've done, I've bought an aftermarket drain tap. I'm going to be plumbing into this outlet pipework in order to drain the G40 without having to move it to the door or run a tap across the floor, run a pipe, sorry, across the floor to the outside or down there to the drain. So because the drain's the other side of the shed and the other side of the path, so it's not very convenient to have a pipe going down. So that's the plan today. So I'll run through all the materials that I'm going to be using and the tools as well. So it is pretty straightforward, he says. So yeah, let's get cracking. So the first thing that I'm going to have to show you is the ball valve that I'm going to be using. This is a Perla 15mm PN16 ball valve. It's a mouthful, isn't it? It's just your simple on-off. That's removable as well, which I'm not going to be removing. It's relatively short, so it's not going to be protruding too much. I might catch it with my foot. Obviously I'm going to be putting PTFE tape on here on the install, but this is the drain plug, if you like, that the Grainfather G40 comes with. And I've just taken the silicone seal off that, which I'm going to repurpose and put it on this valve. So hopefully that with the thread tape should be sufficient so that we don't get any leaks, but we'll test everything after and see how we get on. So we'll just remove the olive and this locking nut. Don't need that because this is going to go straight into here. So that fits pretty well there. It's better than nothing. And there we have it. Give this a go. Spot on. And isn't it nice when a valve gets as tight as it can go and it's in the perfect position? Look at that. There's no clashing there whatsoever. And it's the same colour as this one. Spot on. Next up is outlet pipework. So the plan here is to take the chiller hot hose or outlet hose off the end of here. Put another T-piece in here, have this coming off the top, or have this going into the top of the T rather, and then extend this in copper to match this bottom part just beyond this point here, and then straight down to the Grainfather. Oh. It's expecting loads of water to come out then, don't know why. It's what normally happens here, isn't it? All right there. Oh no, this is still attached. That's not good. Come on. Yes. So what I've decided to do, I just had a thought. If this is going to be the chiller outlet, then there's nothing stopping the Grainfather pumping water up this way and up and into the chiller. They're obviously not going to be on at the same time, but what I'm going to install is a non-return valve. On this section here, it will only allow flow to come down. I'm not too concerned about the flow coming from this down into the Grainfather because I'm going to have a physical valve shut there whilst I'm brewing. So yeah, let's install this onto a piece of copper and then plonk that on top. So here we have the single check valve. Important to note the direction of flow, and the reason I'm putting it on this side where the clean fresh water is recirculating from the counterflow chiller is because there may be some hop debris, just a little, flowing this way from the bottom of the Grainfather. Inside a check valve, a one-way valve, is some components. I'm not sure if you can see them. Yeah, so you can see them components there, and there might just be hop debris catching in that, or there's a risk of. So it's much better for us to install it on the cleaner water side, just in case. Now, is this going to be? Oh, I don't know if that's long enough. Let's give it a test anyway. And this one. Don't even know if that side's long enough either. They're not pulling up, so we'll see. Just have to wait and see. Actually, I'm going to put that in plastic. Only because it gives me a little bit more flexibility around this area. And then I'll come down in copper then, straight to the machine. One moment, please. Oh, it's windy out here. Ow. Hack a bit of this plastic off. How much do we need? Around about there. Trim the end of it. I'll put this in temporarily. So this gives us an idea how far back we can go without interfering with this pipe. There we are. Yeah, okay. Probably put a tidy bend somewhere around here. Right, let's fix this back to the board, just so we know what we're dealing with. I'll put another one here as well. Measure once, cut twice, and all that. Okay, remember the insert. So I always have bits and pieces of the push fit fittings. I know it'd be nice if this was all in copper and what have you, but you know, just to make it that more cost effective, it's, you know, just use whatever you've got lying around. Oh yeah, that's tidy. Tidy but tidy. Okay, so let's start on the copper work down at the tap. So the plan is to run copper pipe from here, the bend, up against the wall, fix it against the wall, and up to the rest of our manifold up here. So I think it's important, especially at low level like this, to use the copper rather than plastic, you know, just in case I do knock it, or the kids end up climbing on it or standing on it or whatever. Oosh. That's looking good. We need a bend, but what I'll do, I'll trim this as much as I can. Oh, this is all accurate. Oh, the professionalism is beyond. Boosh. So I won't tighten this up yet, just to get the right angle, the next bend, and then up we go. Nah, let's eyeball it. Another elbow. Oh, look at that. So this is how it's coming on. Just got that against there. I'm going to be clipping the copper up to here. I'll probably shorten this as well and bring that in a little bit, just so it's in line with that. And as you can see, it's not in the way of any walkway or anything. It's very much out of the way. These Starsan and Pipeline Gold, they're going to be kept here anyway, so there's not going to be anything in that area. Put this one in just as a guide for now, and where I've clipped the pipe cutter is where I think we're going to settle on, and hopefully it all fits together okay. Turn it the right way, you doofus. So should we go behind? Yeah. Yeah, so then I can clip it tidy to the wall then. Okay, so that looks pretty tidy up here. Put another clip on there. This obviously, it's not clashing too much, but it is pinning it back. I'm not sure if we do actually need any clips on it once I've tightened up the collars. That's all of them tightened up. Don't actually think I need anything on the wall permanently, because obviously copper's got more strength, more rigidity than this plastic stuff. Yeah, let's put the one last fixing back here and we'll give it a test. Here we go, we have the outside tap connected now to this, to this inlet T. I'll just fill it, put some water in the Grainfather, get rid of the airlocks. Oh, Jesus, that didn't work well. Okay, I'll hold it then. First off, we'll try the counterflow water chiller. So this is the inlet to it, and this is the outlet. So just looking out for any leaks on this piece. How's that even possible? So this bit's leaking, which I haven't touched. Damn you. Damn you. Okay, so there's no leaks here. I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, we've fixed that leak now on here. Straightened up all the pipework, tightened it all up, and I'm pretty happy with how that's behaving itself. So let's put a little bit more water in the Grainfather and see if we've got any leaks. Okay, so we're at 5 litres. We obviously need to plug it in for the pump to work. Okay, so I'll start the pump, and as you can see, water in there flowing. This bottom valve is closed, so there's no leaks on this side. Close this valve so there's all pressure up to here and up to the front of this valve, and there's no pressure there, no leaks there either. So let's open this valve and see what happens. Slight change in tone on the pump, and I think it's flowing out. Let's go and have a look. Aha! And there we have it, right by the fairy door. Wow, amazing. So I hope that's been useful to any of you that are considering or have bought the Grainfather G40 and have a similar setup to mine. Obviously I'm not encouraging you not to buy the correct tap, but if you don't have a drain point within your if you don't have a drain point in the area and you want to pump the water out or have a similar system to mine, then this setup works pretty well. I don't foresee any issues or blockages because the diameter that I'm using is slightly larger than the diameter of the bottom of the conical base anyway. So if it fits down there, it can fit through this pipe in theory, but time will tell. Worst case scenario, I can just unplug one of these fittings, carry it outside and clean it out, investigate and redo it, rejig, do whatever. So hopefully that's been useful to you, and all the materials that I used will be listed below. The tools obviously you've seen throughout the video. And yeah, pretty straightforward mod if you like, but it just little tiny things to make that brew day that little bit smoother, and not having to lump this thing around, you know, trip over a pipe on your way in and out to the brewery, I think is a good move. So I'm gonna clear up a bit, weigh out some grains, and make another beer. I'll see you at the next one. Iechyd.